Hey, Saggy baby. Baby Sag. Sag, you are carrying a significant spiritual energy. You're connected to your life purpose, and it's heightening your intuition. It's putting you aligned with your soul purpose, manifesting, and for balance. You pay attention to the synchronicities. I say you're paying attention. Engaging in spiritual practices, you trust your intuition, you setting your intentions, and you stand open for opportunities, and you stand open-minded, right? We got 11 on the board. Your birthday could be on the 11th. Scorpio, Taurus, Sagittarius, Gemini. Don't have to be you. It could be another Sagittarius. They going through karma. Things are ending in their lives and shit about to start beginning because they keep playing with you knowing that they confused about their sexuality. These people are not confused about their sexuality. They really want to dibble and dabble with both sex, and that's why they keep their distance from you. This person is at a distance from you, and they got a wake-up call, excuse me. It probably has happened in the past. They keep getting these wake-up calls that you made the right decision. And that happened in divine time, right? With that clock. You made the right decision. You was not constantly waiting on them. Whew. It was your getaway to a higher conscience. Connect with the divine to inspire others. That's where you was at. But know by Wednesday, associated with Mercury, communication, intellect, wisdom, and transformation is what you're going through. So you might decide to change your home around. You might want to decide to clean up or do something that will renew you with this spring energy. Something could have happened during last spring. I feel like by spring you're going to be directed to a different path, which is the path that you're wanting to take with the spring that's coming up. But in the Bible, this November 11th, disorder, chaos, judgment. This is what these people bring you. Incompletion. Which incompletion often represented human failures to withhold divine laws in order. These people was failures. They were showing you their lack of self-awareness, that they wasn't capable of having consistent behaviors with you that would get them success, that was consistent, not temporary or, for a couple of years or whatever, something that was going to be generational. Mercury, chemical element, toxic to your health. That's what these people were. Whether it was finances or changing your house around or when it came to how you was raising your kids or the order that you already had, toxic to your health, computer, programming things, the language. Mercury closest to the sun, the Roman god. Heavy silver, and it's room temperature. It's the earth's crust. So you've been getting the crust of the earth when it comes to these people. These people are like, they're thin, rigid. They like a small fraction of its volume and base. The mass of it. It's like a little chip of it, yeah. You was getting the crust. This wasn't crumbs. The aluminum that comes with Mercury, the materials and the carbons and the oxygen, and that's what gets you the riches and to look young, and the iron and the minerals. Hello. That's all crusty now when it comes to these people. So by Wednesday, or on Wednesday, that's like hump day, the middle of the week. This could be a special day for you or something like this. Your closure, whatever these people thought they was gonna get a big break to do, whether they was gonna use you for a meal ticket or use other people, they gonna have challenges. These narcissists, because you had your heart open, or your heart will be aligned by Wednesday. I hope you've been keeping up with me. You need to go back to blossoming. Gemini energy, two sides of you, Cancer, yeah, mystery, hidden secret, Leo, courage, laying low, yeah, staying with your family, your cubs. To me, that's the energy. Spring. I feel like they can see with that spring, they can see you committed. In spring, these people lie to you about their commitment. You had people lying. This is why they catching karma. And by Wednesday, this is about to kick in. Yes. That's going to be the T. That you are the boss energy. Or this could even be your boss. And you're going to be saved just in time. Something's going down on a Wednesday. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, energy. Sagittarius, Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus. They about to feel the blues. These rescue animals, these people that want to bite on you when they was really in the trap. Okay, so these are people that probably been picking on people or just been really belittling people, disrespectful, especially when it comes to your boss or your supervisor or someone of this nature. And I feel like they have been manifesting this shit. So they've been sitting back when we got computer. People probably have tried to hack your computer. Okay, so right now with this Mercury energy, you're like the, regardless if we're in Mercury or not, when you get this energy, we are like the plate flow. The tectonic plate on the semi-fluid mantle below. The semi-fluid, the feelings, the fluid, it's all underneath you, beneath you. So it's kind of like you are the meal ticket, you are the plate. And your plate is getting, these people are watching your plate get full. The problem is that the feelings are below you, which is like some of these things that these people have done to you and said to you, even in your low vibration, you probably have done some of this shit, but some of this shit you had to learn that these are things that you didn't even think about, or you don't think in this way. Those were the lessons and the training you had so you could get prepared for the higher level that you're going on. Because you could cause earthquakes and form fucking mountains. And that's what you're doing. You shake your shit up and you separating to elevate with these mountains that these people gonna have to fucking go through if they want to fuck with you. And I don't think they have the energy. So you like a plate that's flowing around and everybody wants to get a pick off your plate, but they can't get a pick off your plate because your plate is getting prepared. So they're watching things getting put on the plate. Huh? You know how it feels when you hungry or you just ate, it doesn't matter, and you seeing somebody getting some good food put on their plate. And all these people are getting, all these people represent because of what they brung you. It's the thin, rigid crust of the earth, not even breadcrumbs. Yeah, disorder, judgment. This is what they bring you incompletion. That's all they bring you. Let's pull some tarot. If you want a $20 energy read with me, $20 unlimited questions. Community board or description box. I like to get straight to the point. Play around sometime. I don't want to get on y'all nerves and shit. But let's see what tarot is telling us. So by Wednesday, I feel like the karma really gonna set. Because it's manifesting. It's like a little tornado. The leaves was, the dirt was moving around on the ground. You know, before the dirt was moving around on the ground, a horse can feel when the ground is vibrating. Okay, just like that big horse can feel when it can feel fear or feel vibrations, like ants and worms and shit. So it lets you know how this earth is really moving, like that plate I'm trying to explain to you. Your vibration, these people, they can't catch it, but you catch it. You feel the earthquake is coming. You knew when the earthquake was coming. You knew when the foundation was incomplete and it wasn't solid. I'm thinking about sinkholes, natural disasters. Remember? Human failures to uphold divine laws and order. Yeah, no self-elevation. Mind, body, and soul, that 20 is in reverse. They don't use their intuition because they malice and lack of self-awareness. We just talked about that. They take on too much with this devil energy. Capricorn, not reliable, and then they don't want to deal with people that's not reliable. So then they really fuck themselves when they think they could come over and try to mess up what's going on with you. Yeah, ignorant, overly confident, ignorant, not trying to be open-minded and try something new. Loud, talk a lot of shit, but they don't deliver shit when it comes to work. Okay, so we got Capricorn in reverse, Sagittarius. You have another Sagittarius in reverse. These people are in karma. They have a lack of organization. This Capricorn, they focus on the dumb shit. It's kind of like, if you don't like your situation, you remove yourself. You don't seek revenge and then try to start shit with people. A normal motherfucker would just remove themselves from the situation. And it's even worse when you could tell this person has the power to do it, but they rather stay there because they trying to look like they a victim when really they a covert narcissist, and they getting off on all the chaos and trying to make themselves look like they the good one, or they put people before themselves. Oh, poor me, look at me, everybody. Captain Saberho, pick me. But want to compete with people. Passive aggressive. Y'all, I'm tired. I'm drinking coffee. Vanilla, caramel coffee. Yeah, you protected. from this disappointment. These people that have a lack of achievement, lack of success. They're not capable. So when you see people wearing dumb shit and you like, why did that girl come out the house like that? Or why don't he pull his pants up? Or why he choose to think that he can do things that women do and women thinking they can do? They have no that men do. They have no self-awareness. Yeah, so you taking action, you got the message. About some Sagittarius, that's probably Sagittarius, Gemini, that's malice, overly confident. You about to start having some exciting times while you're being protected. Your grandfather, some masculine energy. It could be your uncle or someone. Your brother, honey. Solid foundation is in reverse. They have bad judgment. They don't check their list off before they just jump in relationships. They don't check their list off and just go put a condom on. They don't check their list off and turn the fucking light on so they can see if this bitch got herpes, you know. Like, you know, I don't knock a woman that's going to deal with a man that ain't shit and she gonna say, you know, I'm gonna deal with it. And at some point we thought, you know, that was a strong woman. But no, that shit is weak. When she would take the STDs and the abortions that come with it and outside kids to whatever they go through, the abuse, it's not worth it. So, you know, like TD Jakes, I know everybody probably not a fan, but instincts, when he talks about if you could look around and look at the people, you know, he wants you to meet his family and they ain't nothing but some bust downs and junkies that you feel like you have to get approval from, you know, when you young and you don't know no better. Because now I wish a motherfucker would tell me they want me to meet their mama. I'm too old for that shit. At this point, we're not building a relationship. We're starting one. We're grown. So 9 out of 10 is what I'm trying to say. You probably have your own shit. I have my own shit. We're not going to college and working on marriage, you know, like a couple. No, we grown now. This is a whole nother level. I don't have to meet your mama and dad and your old ass kids either, you know. It's time to get the tradition going, especially when it comes to drama. Sometimes, you know, even with the sisters and brothers, these people introduce you to these low vibrational, remember the crust of the earth. They introduce you to crust. And then crust have you feeling bad. Crust have you feeling like you're not approved. You're not good enough. Crust, you know, have you, oh, son-in-law or oh, nephew, she fine, nephew. Crust. The traditional bullshit. The demonic shit, the spiritual war, crust that you protected from. You got a Virgo, Pisces. So what we got a Cancer, Capricorn in reverse, Sagittarius, Gemini. We got Sagittarius, Gemini upright as well. Aries, a Libra upright, but this could be spiritual. This could be even your divine masculine or feminine moving in this energy. This could be you. Disciplined. Control over this bullshit. These people are obsessed. And they're taking huge losses, but they having financial disasters. They fighting over money and shit. They can't pay their child support. They can't pay their probation officer. You know that shit. They ain't got no registration stickers. They don't, you know. It's like they toilet paper costs more than they toothpaste and shit. I've seen bitches like that buy Charm's expensive toilet paper and then turn around and go to the dollar store and get the toothpaste. I sure let a bitch know too. Bitch, you got shit twisted around here. Lies exposed. The decisions are in reverse, people. You got people that want to take it. They want to be the first ones to, like everybody could be going to one coffee maker because that one belongs to that department. But you're going to have a couple of assholes that want to go to someone else's department and use their coffee maker, Some always wanting to feel like they are an exception to the rules or the power of something that nobody gives a fuck about. Who got there first? People still doing that. I've known jobs where I just didn't get there in first because he was the owner and I didn't want to have to deal with his bullshit. Let him feel like he get there first. I got to sit in the car and let him walk up to the door first because he gets an attitude. Old ass man get an attitude when other people get there first before he do. You got to pay attention. These are all kids. And when you look at them, narcissists, when you look at them as your kids, or especially if you have kids, you probably could relate better. Or if you have niece and nephews around you, or you could remember when they were kids, then you could relate better to a narcissist if you look at them like they're 12 and under. Or maybe 18 if they're in college or they got a little something going on. But not really. And I'm not being funny if you're a narcissist, People will deal better with you if we looked at you as a kid, and then we won't get disappointed and expect you to be able to do things you're not capable of. And the empaths are not capable of a lot of shit too. But that's the difference. We learn our weaknesses and our strengths. And I'm not talking about these weak ass empaths that are ass kissers and jump on the bandwagon. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about some balanced, narcissistic, empathic motherfuckers. Balanced. Supernovas. So let's go ahead and close this up, homie. Hope you decide to become a member. Hope you are enjoying my videos. Raise the vibration, because that's what I'm here for. So not here about just the money and views. I feel like it would make no point. Okay? I've been working on our Christmas tree. Yes, I don't know if I'm going to get it. It's going to be a surprise. Don't get your hopes up. I don't know. I want a bunch of Christmas trees. I always thought about that. Just keep collecting different ones and decorating. You got a Taurus, some mother figure with, look, they're not protected. But either way, you got some mother figure with no resources. They can't focus. It's a no for this hoe. She feel bad. They're not in alignment. And that too is when the heart is open. That's why they have a lack of growth. What else we got? Yeah. You can have your mother want to give you something, or they should have given you something. That was something big. Or they seeing you use your intuitions from God. And you standing proud in it. Probably have a shitty mother, a shitty grandmother, great auntie or someone. Someone older that was supposed to teach you this type of shit. They're watching you. Sometimes your biggest bully is your parents, but you could bet your ass it's sometime your first. I seen that on a video. Your first bully could be your parents. It's sometime a child's parents. I forgot who he is, but much props to him. He's a light-skinned brother. I forgot his name. But either way, homie. Yeah, so let's get on. I'm going to pull some white cards on the next reading. I'm going to pull a story, but yes, that's for members only. So let me know if you want an energy read.